this is going to sound nuts. And again, like my story is very, very different from a lot of the guys that you've had on, these kids that are making, 50, 80, 100 grand in a year, and they're nuts, and, they've got 4,000 phones and whatever the fuck they're doing. Right. Like I'm very, very different from that. Like to give you an idea, I've opened, I think, about 35 bookmakers, and I've lost 10 of them. Right. Now, a lot of them are the small shit ones, right? It's your Swift Bet, your Boss Bet, Punt 1, 2, 3, right? Those guys. Because the
supplementary ones.
You're
getting the sign-up bonus. You look after them for a bid. You can use some of the racing promos.
And all of a sudden,
they're just there for support.
All of a sudden, you're $500 profit up, and they send you an email and say, "Thanks very much, fuck off." Right? Like,
cheers, see ya.
But so what I then took from that is, obviously I have to be a lot more defensive with my accounts, right? And I guess a big mindset change for me as well was in not specifically laundering or like deliberately, trying to filter money out of the accounts.
Let's clarify what laundering means.
Yeah, if you want to talk about laundering.
Well,
I mean, from my understanding or my point of view.
Just explain.
I'm not an expert. I don't deliberately seek to do this, but there are, again, this is probably more like a Lenny Pro question sort of thing. Some of the guys out there will have certain accounts that they will zero off. You put $500 in, you get a $250 or a $500 bonus bet out of it. You spend the weekend rinsing that through into another bookmaker or Betfair. You're able to withdraw the money. As far as bookie A is concerned, Swift Bet is concerned, you've just lost $500. They'll flick you a message and say, bad luck. Do you want to have another crack?
Essentially laundering, what he's referring to, he's not actually laundering money. He's simply saying that he's trying to get money out of bookie A and into bookie B, and that can be any other bookie you refer to. Bookie A thinks you've lost whatever you put in on Thursday night. So next Thursday, bookie A goes, well, Platinum Pete lost $500 last weekend when we text him. So if we text him again, he might put $500 in again. And so bookie A thinks that Platinum Pete is a massive degenerate. That is essentially the easiest mug version of.
But he hasn't actually lost the money because it's in another
account.
Correct.
All those bets are hedged at bookie B, C, D, wherever.
You've lost a percentage to move it from a create account. But I don't deliberately seek to do that. But it is something now where if I see the opportunity, I will. So hypothetically, if I'm doing my hedged betting, and I would normally put a $50 bet on, but I've got $80 in the account, then I'll just load up all 80. Right? I used to just put the 50 on or the 40 on or the 30 on or whatever it was to kind of keep around like the units that I've been doing and keep it kind of roughly in line. But now, if I see that opportunity, I'll go, okay, I'm prepared to risk, not risk, I'm prepared to lose
$2 or $3
another couple of dollars more to have this account hit zero, because in the long run, if and when a review ever then gets triggered on that account, they're going to look at it and be like, well, over his lifetime, this guy's deposited $2,000 into his account. We're happy for him to keep going because who cares? We've got his money.
Yeah, it's a tough game because a lot of people got themselves a little bit stuck with laundering. Originally with Platinum, we did push it much more. We've gone away from it now because there's a lot of negative things that can happen. E.g., your bankroll gets eaten up. You have to top up your Betfair. Probably the main one that people forget is it actually, it makes you become a gambler in a sense of like you are looking at the result of that horse losing or that match, and you're essentially riding it. And if it loses or wins, you're going to be either really happy or fucking pissed off.
I've 100% done it.
We've all done it. Like, and then
there's been AFL games where, like I said, I've got $80 in the account, and there's a $4 outsider, and you can get, I can get 3% on hedging it. And it's like perfect. Carlton should 100% beat the Gold Coast, right? Like whatever it is, that'll happen. Gold Coast are paying $4.20. I can get on Carlton at whatever it is, and it's 3%. Bang, 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 away you go. And then, I mean, not that it actually happened on the weekend, but then you go and you check the scores, and it's like, oh shit, the Gold Coast are 40 points up. Yeah, and you're like, that account's not going to go to zero. It's about to blow up. Yeah. And then you're like, I really need to get it to zero. I'm going to have to put on like if I want to zero off that account, I have to go and put on like 6 more bets. Yeah. And if I'm doing that at 5%, and it's like, now it's not worth it. And it's like all of a sudden, you've chomped away your profit. So it's not something that I actively try and do, but if I see the opportunity to do it, I'll take the shot. Cause again, it feels good to zero off the account and kind of be like, I look like a loser now.
If you found this content helpful, hit the Insta icon in our bio and send us a DM saying learn. We'll send you some free content and help you get started.